Now I tell it to you what it is here, but you don't want to take my word for it. You don't believe anyone. Listen to what they have to say, but become your own teacher, your own master. Look within, all the answers are there. So, your purpose of life, your purpose in life, align it with the purpose of life itself. Now, what is that purpose of life itself? If you care to really, really look, you will find it. But I'm going to tell you what it is right now. That doesn't mean that it's true for you. You still have to put it into practice. So, the purpose of life, at least the first part of it, is to clarify, teach, and contribute to the well-being of life on earth and everywhere. That's basically what it is. Now, the purpose of life itself is not to start a family, have more babies, take vacations, become famous, become a millionaire. There's nothing wrong with these things. That's fine. But they are easily accomplished. If you really focus, you can accomplish these things. But that is not the purpose of life, at least not to me. It's not a purpose of life. So, these are just, they're little games we play that help in discovering who we truly are. There are simply tools that help one to discover the purpose of life itself. That's what we're all doing here, trying to find out who the hell we are and trying to find out what we can do, how powerful we are, how weak we are. We are always learning. Now, I'm going to give you what I believe is the full purpose of life itself. The purpose of life and living is basically to survive. Everybody wants to survive. That is basic to everything. But there's a little bit more. Why survival? And then I came up with this. This innate, inherited purpose is to teach, clarify, and contribute to the well-being of life on earth and everywhere, in order to survive long enough to learn and realize that we have unlimited potential to control the physical universe. And when we do so, and can demonstrate it to ourselves, we then, in conjunction with the rest of humanity, become what earth dwellers call God. Omnipotent potential to create matter and life forms. Now, study this, meditate on it, spend a week if necessary, every morning, 5 minutes. Read it once, read it twice, and think about it. Don't sit there contemplating your navel like your modern meditators teach you. That has no function, it's a waste of time. You just think. Thinking, memory, reasoning, intelligence, these are part of the spiritual world. So, you want to meditate on this for about 5 minutes. Now, some time ago, about a month and a half ago, I became a member of a tree society. I love nature, I love to see things grow, and I joined this organization. It was only $10, and as a gift for becoming a member, they said they would send you 10 flowering trees. So I wondered, how are they going to send 10 trees? They must come by UPS in a box and all of that. I was dumbfounded when I go to the mailbox and there's this large envelope containing 10 trees. 10 little tiny trees. And they are dormant. They are sleeping in a special gel, in a special little transparent bag. Wow. I said, these things aren't going to live. But I washed them, left them in water overnight, and then the next day I planted them all at the same time. And I kept looking at them every day, And then, I don't know how many days later, I go outside and there are these two little trees growing. Little leaves are growing. Now, I've seen this all my life, but this meant something to me at that moment. This is the miracle of life. There is something behind this whole mess over here on the earth. There's got to be, otherwise life is not worth living. Now, I have my own ideas, but some of the things I haven't experienced, so I'm not going to talk about it. But these little trees grew, and now they're bigger. Every day I go there, I even touch them. I transfer my magnetism to them. I watered them. Beautiful. So pretty soon, well, not pretty soon, in a few months, I'm going to have two little trees in front of the house giving off beautiful colored flowers. So, here I am. These little trees are in an envelope. Then I plant them, and they start growing. So there's got to be something behind this whole thing. Ah, yes, we understand it's the life energy, the life force. But it is really amazing. I wonder if you ever thought about this. Some things like nature we see every day. We get so used to it that we don't even don't meditate on it. But I'll give you a very good exercise. If you take a little flower, plant it in a little pot, and put it in front of you every morning, 5 minutes. Sit there and look at the little plant in the little pot and do nothing else but meditate on it. And meditation doesn't mean to go, It simply means to think. Ask yourself these questions. How come this thing is growing? How come this thing is green? Where's the motor that makes it go? It reminds me something which is in my autobiography. When I was a kid, I wanted to find out where was the motor that made the world run. So one day I had this egg. I think it was a bird's egg. And I went to a place where nobody could bother me, where my mother didn't come around and ranting and raving. And I open up the egg and I look inside and there's a little motor, little thing ticking like this. I couldn't believe it. It's ticking, tick, tick, tick. And then I said, wow, that's got to be the motor. Later on, I looked at the sun and was the same yellow thing. And I remembered that incident, except that the sun is not ticking. But that's probably the motor. So, I'm telling you all this because we're not people don't care why they're living. They don't think about it. And all I want to do is make money. Make money. And they'll cheat and rant and rave just to get money. I mean, it's incredible. Now, I love money. And you should too. Money is great. It allows you the opportunity to do the things that you want to do. But you can't make money giving false promises, false information. So, all of us living like this, like crazy, Blah, 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 blah. Hey, listen, man, we're all going to die sooner or later, which is another thing I want to talk about. And so, it's important that we find that purpose, why we came here to begin with. And then we align that with the purpose of life itself, which we are now observing. Remember the little trees? Now, there is something beyond the physical universe. I think it's inside. As a matter of fact, I know it's inside because I've had certain experiences that allude to that. However, the experience haven't been conclusive enough where I want to teach it or talk about them. But we live here and we do everything except the purpose why we're here. Now, in my estimation, we're here to learn who we are, to learn how powerful we are. And then someday, we become part of the hierarchy of the universe. We actually lead the physical universe. We control it, not only on Earth, but anywhere. Now, I personally don't care whether I am me or I am in a body or outside of a body. It doesn't matter to me as long as I know that I am I.